Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you and thank you for coming and being here tonight as we celebrate a truly momentous occasion. This graduation ceremony here is truly a festive occasion tonight, a great night of celebration for a great achievement. Before we start, I just want to give a couple of quick announcements regarding tonight's festivities. The graduation from the South King County Fire Training Consortium Recruit Academy is a significant accomplishment. And we want this night to be special. We want it to be special not only for our recruit and probationary, soon-to-be probationary firefighters, but we want it to be special for you as family as well. And we want you to get pictures. We want you to be a part of what's happening. We're going to have just a wonderful celebration. And so to accomplish this, what we want to do and make sure that tonight is remembered, when your firefighter is getting their badge pinned, feel free to come up with a camera and get pictures of that badge pinning. We welcome that. It's a really honor. It's a high honor to receive that badge, and so we want that moment captured for your family. So please feel free to come forward to get pictures during that time. The last thing before we start, the Honor Guard in a moment is going to be posting the colors. We'll have the singing of the national anthem. We'll ask all of you to stand, and you will hear the Honor Guard commander give the command to present arms. All uniformed personnel present arms. If you're in uniform tonight, we want you to render a salute and hold it through the national anthem until you hear the words to order arms. And if you're in civilian attire tonight, not in a uniform, we want you to join us in rendering honors as well by placing your hand over your heart like you'd be doing the Pledge of Allegiance. And then when we hear the words to order arms, your hands will come down. So let's go ahead and get started. I would like to call up to the podium the training chief of the South King County Fire Training Consortium, Deputy Chief Rich Burke.
Welcome. Welcome to the graduation celebration for the South King County Fire Training Consortium's Class 10, or as they're known as the X Factor. My name is Rich Burke. I'm the Deputy Chief in charge of training at the South King County Training Consortium. It's a pleasure to be here. See a lot of old friends. It's a neat evening. On behalf of the entire consortium team and the governing board, congratulations to the new recruits. They're going to be heading out on the line here in just a couple days. You and your families have made a commitment to the fire service and to the communities that you're going to serve. Thank you. I'd also like to take a moment to thank a team of incredible individuals. All of our training officers. I'd like a quick round of applause for our training officers. All of the adjunct instructors, our administrators that have made this class a success. In addition, I'd like to thank the River of Life Church for allowing us to be in here today. This was much better than the original parking lot rendition we had planned, so thank you to the River of Life Church and their staff. We could not be here without their support. So without further ado, thank you. So without further ado, Class 10.
As the Honor Guard is dismissing at the aisle, let's give Class 10 a huge round of applause for the graduation. So a lot of what you're going to experience tonight in our graduation ceremony is very traditional within the fire service. The honor guard, posting of the colors, the national anthem, an invocation, the bell ceremony, and we'll be explaining those things as we go through, but everything you're going to experience tonight is steeped in the tradition of hundreds of years of the fire service. It is a proud and honorable tradition. And so would you please rise for the posting of the colors?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Would you please join me as I offer an invocation, a blessing over tonight's service. As I ask this blessing, I'm going to pray in accordance with my faith tradition, and I would ask that you would join your faith with my faith, and together, let's ask a blessing on tonight. Let's pray. Father, thank you for this wonderful evening that we can celebrate a tremendous accomplishment. Recruit class number 10, these 25 firefighter recruits who have spent weeks learning and working in blood, sweat, and tears to become firefighters. We thank you that we can celebrate with them tonight. So we ask your blessing upon this event, the blessing upon our recruits as they begin their new careers. We thank you in your name. Amen. Chief Burke.
Thank you, Chaplain Ellis. Our keynote speaker for this evening is Fire Chief Vic Pennington. He's going to join us here. He's with South King County Fire Training Consortium. Please welcome him.
Hello, everybody. It's really cool to be able to be in a group, but I have to tell you, I was a little bit nervous about getting together with a couple of hundred people after being so far away for the last year. Anyway, thank you, Chief Burke. Thank you for the opportunity to speak, and it's an honor to be here. Congratulations, recruits. Let's give them a hand. Recruits, do you know why they were clapping? Because they're proud of you. They love you. And I imagine there's probably a parent or two out there smiling, saying under their breath, we get the house to ourselves now. I don't know. I'm clapping because you won the lottery. That's true. You did. You worked hard, you prepared, you tested, and you're here tonight about to graduate. You should be proud of that accomplishment. It didn't come easy. Remember that. It didn't come easy. So let me give you a little perspective as to why I say you won the lottery. Think about it. You have a career, it's great pay, medical benefits, a defined retirement, great shift work, and you get to drive to calls with lights, sirens, and an air horn. Doesn't get any better than that, believe me. So looking back, I'd like to share a little bit about my journey and my experiences. And actually, Chief Smith and I were sharing some of the same memories that we came up through. So in 1975, I became a volunteer firefighter. And in 1978, I won the lottery. And at that time, I didn't appreciate what that meant. I didn't appreciate what I had, because I didn't know what I had. I didn't know what others had done before me to make this profession better and safer. I never honestly gave it much thought until I started talking to some firefighters that have been around a while. And what they had shared in their experiences was nothing like what I was experiencing at that time. In 75, we were trained by some really talented, passionate firefighters and officers. Some of them were career firefighters from Seattle, Bellevue, Port of Seattle. And in 75, we really didn't have training manuals. We would get some things that would come from the paid guys, and from the departments they worked at. And that was fine. Really our manuals were something that somebody just wrote down and thought what we needed to know. But they taught us a lot of things. They taught us how to pull hose, how to load hose, how to raise ladders, how to throw tarps, and lots of salvage and overhaul, how to clean our equipment. And they installed in us why it was important to have pride and ownership in whatever job we were doing. During practice burns, they taught us how to listen to buildings and what the different sounds meant. They taught us when your bunker coat, and these were made out of cotton duck, smoked or your ears started to tingle, it was time to back out of the fire. They taught us how to use SCBAs. They were really heavy, steel bottles, steel frames, and most of the time they didn't work. But they taught us how to use them. In those days, it was okay to come out of a fire, light up a cigarette, get a drink of water out of the fire hose. It was kind of a rehab. It was a badge of honor to have your gear smell like smoke hanging in the truck bay and to blow soot out of your nose for the next couple of days. PPEs, they weren't a thing. Blood on your bunker gear, no big deal. The only time we put on rubber gloves is when we were going to deliver a baby, and that's because they were in the OB kit. And they taught us how to safely ride on a tailboard while donning your bunker gear. Well, that's the way it was. Those are the best of times. Not a care in the world, just riding around on a tailboard. Thank goodness there were people with vision that knew things could be better. By the 1980s, the State Fire Academy was held, but they were held at different fire stations. But they had standardized training materials. Eventually, North Bend was built. And over the years, several of us picked up the torches and continued moving forward. By the 90s, the training officers in the different zones were starting to work together and do things the same. And years later, in Zone 3, it resulted in this training consortium. So let me share with you some things that each of you are going to go to your fire station, and things that are just going to be normal, everyday things. Things you may not have known, happen, that things that are just going to be better and safer. You wouldn't have known that. It's just everyday things. So let's talk about firefighting. Electronic training manuals, electronic tablets. We had tablets in the day, but they were stone, and they took a lot to take notes on. Highly protective bunker gear and hoods. Requirements for SCBAs. Thermal imaging cameras. Holy smokes, that was witchcraft, man. You're looking through the smoke and you can see stuff. Portable radios for each firefighter. That's because Lieutenant Matt Johnson died at the Blackstock lumber fire in Seattle. Standardized incident management systems. Standardized accountability systems came with the deaths of 4 Seattle firefighters. Teaching the science behind firefighting. You have fire engines with rollover cabs, hearing protection, and there's only a few of us of this last generation that can say to our spouses, I'm sorry, I can't hear you because of all the sirens and air horns that I was exposed to all these years. That's supposed to be a joke, you can laugh. Anyway, clean cabs, clean fire stations to reduce cancer. Rehab units at fires. I mean, they give you, bottled water, Powerade. They have medics that take your vitals. They give you some snacks. They don't hand out cigarettes. EMS. I worked for a while before there were paramedics in South King County. And it was like, holy smokes, so are these guys and gals. They think they know everything. Well, actually, they're pretty smart, and it actually all worked out well. So, that was a cool thing. Requirements for PPE to keep you safe. Disposable equipment. We no longer have to clean our bag valve masks in the kitchen sink. Pulse oximetry, glucose meters, automatic defibrillators, EpiPens, social workers embedded in the fire service. Technology, the 911 phone system, mobile computers in the cabs of your rigs, ESO pads, drones. We used to have to climb up on the ladder and look down over the fire to see what was going on. Shared dispatch centers, countywide radio systems, artificial intelligence for dispatching of closest units, standardized numbering and types of resources dispatched, tablet command, electronic command boards. And these are just some of the things that we've learned in the last couple of decades and have done. We've also learned that it's important to take care of each other. PTSD is real. It's taken the fire service too long to recognize, and too many lives have been lost before we really recognized it. We have peer support and counseling to help recognize and manage PTSD. So when I said it didn't come easy, It was not just about what you did to get here today. It's also about all of the fire service sisters and brothers who came before you. And they worked, and they did it to make sure the fire service was better and safer. The fire service, as it often does, goes through periods of change. And guess what? We're in one now. Look at this last year. And each one of you are a part of that change. Technology will continue to change. These are some things that I think that will impact your careers, and you'll be a part of the change. Technology, it's going to change. It's going to get much more farther advanced, and you're going to be a part of that. It's really cool. That's really cool to be a part of that. Financial changes, financial uncertainties. Understand your department revenues. That's important. Where does the money come from? Understand it. Learn about it early, because those revenue streams are fragile. They always need to be watched over. Social change, civil unrest, a pandemic. That's a real part of your world now and way into the future. Social change. The fire service is rapidly being more engaged in social services. We have social medicine. It is expanding. We have units that have firefighters, social workers, mental health professionals, nurses on them. All of them are helping people to find appropriate health care, helping with their medications, helping with long-term care for their loved ones, and to make their homes safer. And today, just started a couple of weeks ago, today we find ourselves on aid cars with paramedics administering vaccines. The unprecedented wildland-urban interface that's going on. Those fires are getting bigger, they're lasting longer, they're more frequent, the fire seasons are longer. That's going to impact all of us that don't work out in a rural area. We sent people into California, which we hadn't done that since the big fires in San Diego. It's going to impact you. The fire service is on the front line of social change. We are the stewards of our jobs for the time that we have them. Like the generations that came before us, the generations that will come after us, it's important. It's important regardless of your position, whether you're a firefighter, driver, engineer, lieutenant, captain, labor leader, you must continue to paying it forward to make our profession safer, better, and accessible. Accessible. Diversity, equity, inclusion. That is not, the fire service is not exempt from that. In this county, in this zone, in this consortium, we're actively working to take down barriers for fire service jobs. You need to make sure this important work continues. We need to make it accessible for anyone who wants to win the lottery. Class, congratulations, and welcome to the fire service family.
Chief Pennington, thank you. Those are wise and wonderful words, class, I hope that you take heed of. Good for all of us to hear. Thank you for sharing and speaking those words to us tonight. As you have probably experienced and as you've heard stories from your recruit firefighters, the academy has been a lot of hard work. Fun, right? See, what I love about recruits is you can ask them anything and they will always say yes. It's great. But it was fun. It was fun, but it was hard work. And every one of our recruits that are here tonight came through with flying colors. They laughed together, they cried together, they worked hard together. And we have a video that we want to show you that captured so many of those wonderful moments and hard moments and good moments. And so I want you to turn your attention to the screen and let's watch this video of the Class 10 and their time in the academy. That was a great video. Really gave you a good glimpse into what our firefighters, our recruit firefighters went through throughout the academy. Still not for sure about the Macarena, where that came from, but that's okay. It looked like it was fun. You guys did great. Exciting. You know, the recruits form a very strong bond with each other throughout this process. It's the bond of shared fire academy trauma. That's what I like to call it. And the relationships that they form during the academy are powerful and lifelong. They will remember and be in contact with one another for the rest of their careers and even beyond. Every class chooses one of their own to represent them at the academy ceremony as the class speaker. And I am honored tonight to introduce the class speaker for recruit class number 10, recruit firefighter Jeremy Taiwo from North Shore Fire. Jeremy?
Can you hear me? All right. We made it, Class 10. We're here at last, here at last. It is an honor to be speaking to you today because I love, I trust, and I admire every single one of you. And it was a privilege to learn alongside such a wonderful and talented group of people. My words of encouragement and positive affection have always been genuine, and I need you to hear their sincerity now more than ever when I say that you have it. I have witnessed. Each of you is in possession of that intangible and otherworldly gift. I saw it upon your face through the crawl of patient care with Captain Strobel. I heard it on your breath as we battled the fiery beast in Renton, Kent, and North Bend. Most impressively, I felt it in your heart amidst the heat. You see, when we named ourselves X Factor, we subconsciously carved out our path to strive. We forged our weapon to wield in the pursuit of success, and I think now at this day, we've proven our namesake. In that, I believe the better qualities of this group would be better understood with the final evaluation from none other than your consultation king. My friends, when you were mentally exhausted, physically beaten, and spiritually spent, you endured. When you had, as our dear Dr. Merrill might say, more accoutrement than your appendages could support, you marched with books, bags, water bottles, you name it, from the parking lot to the drill ground, from the parking lot to the classroom, from the parking lot to the bunk room, day after day. And your tireless demeanor was like that of the boot of Captain Herman when a loose glove came on the ground. You came again and again and again. Recruit Class 10, when it came to attitude, you chose to be relentless. You have exceeded the standard. My sisters and brothers, with every repetition, every set, and the harder option, you simply did them. You learned to go through the jungle, not around it. And you learned that your satisfaction was not strictly tied to the outcome, but it became more fulfilled and more roused by the willpower you found in order to achieve it. Recruit Class 10, when it came to effort, you chose to have grit. You have exceeded the standard. My brothers and sisters, you are one of the most competitive groups of people I've ever seen in all aspects. As Recruit Batham might say, the cream of the crop. And with competition, struggle is inevitable. But when faced with doubt, discord, uncertainty, conflicting informations and instruction, and the rapid acquisition of new skills when the entire kitchen sink was thrown down your throats. What did you do, X Factor? Well, as Recruit Roots Cadence said it best, we were waking up and we were hitting it again. Recruit Class 10, when it came to performance, you chose to be resilient. You have exceeded the standard. My family, with every consultation, every learning error, and every punishment endured, each and every single one of you own them. We became closer as a group as we shared our own weaknesses and our shortcomings for the day so that the next person could succeed. We lost family together. We gained new family together. And we shared our burden, or shared our load of the burden when we could. But we learned and we found out that it was important to feed the next person, to fill their plate, because our true personal success did not come until we all dined together. Recruit Class 10, when it came to teamwork, you made vulnerability your strength. You have exceeded the standard. Now I would say, give yourselves a hand, but I believe our brother from the island knows how we do it best. That's it, friends and family. Yes, 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 yes. I know you feel that. And I know you hear my words, but I need you to listen to the next ones very closely. See, Class 10, we will continue to work on these qualities. You need to. And as much as you work on your craft, you need to work on yourself. Self-mastery is paramount. As Lieutenant Imboden would say, have no ego. There is always something to learn, right? And as we embark on this next chapter of our journey, we may encounter a lot of things and more antagonistic people. But just like it is not our emergency when we're responding, those people projecting their own dysfunction onto you is not your problem. But I challenge you, continue to meet them with the same compassion and kindness that you showed. And instead focus your intention on nurturing and uplifting others. We need to choose love. That's the only way that this problem will not persist. I do sincerely hope that each of you choose a position of leadership and instruction, because I know you will remember the role you came from and that every individual is deserving of the same kindness, respect, and dignity. So yes, I know, Recruit Wake, you're burning with your last question, and I have the answer. I will be landing the plane right now with this last radio comm. Command, this is Class 10, status change. Class 10 is on the ground floor of the academy. We got a good knockdown on the academy. Low heat, clear visibility ahead. Primary search of the fire room is complete. We found a common purpose. This is the last day, no extension. We'll be extricating 22 tall out of Side Alpha into the real world to serve our communities. We are in need of badges and silverware. No additional needs at this time. Air is 100 plus, X Factor, let's eat. Thank you.
Recruit Taiwo, thank you. Excellent words, well spoken. You know, as hard work as the Fire Academy is and the work that the recruits put into the academy, it is our training officers, the TOs, who put their heart and soul into training these recruits to work with them day in and day out and spend hours even after class with evaluations and all the different responsibilities that they have. And so at this time, I would like to ask Captain Joel Willits and the Academy training officers to the stage for the presentation of the class awards. Gentlemen, would you please join us? And as they come, would you please give them a huge round of applause, which they so well deserve. During the class awards, if your firefighter is selected as recipient of one of the awards, please feel free to come down and quickly get a picture of them receiving their plaque. Captain Willits.
Good evening. My name is Joel Willits, and it is my honor as one of the Recruit Academy instructors to present the awards for the South King County Fire Training Consortium Recruit Class 10. Joining me to present the awards are Academy instructors Captain Jason Herman, Lieutenant Marcus Rissmiller, Lieutenant Patton Bowden, and Lieutenant Blake Pritchett. Awards in the fire service and the Recruit Academy are an important tradition. They signify performance that is worthy of recognition and are a very prestigious honor. Have all shown they are capable of meeting the very high standard and exceeding it, right, Taiwo? Of this fire academy, and will soon join the ranks of their individual departments as probationary firefighters. The following awards recognize those recruits who have gone above and beyond during their time in the academy. The first award that will be presented is the Marty Hauer Physical Fitness Award. This award is in memory of Kent Fire Department engineer Marty Hauer. Marty worked tirelessly on improving the health and wellness of firefighters across the nation. Marty's motto was take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be safe. This award recognizes the recruit that scored the highest in the 4 extremely demanding physical fitness tests during the academy. Of a 2-mile run, push-ups, a plank, and pull-ups. The other 2 fitness tests were a timed work capacity course. This work capacity course is performed in full firefighting gear with the recruit breathing air on an SCBA. The recruit must carry and raise a ladder, force a door with a sledgehammer, advance a charged hose line, take a hose bundle to the 4th floor of the drill tower, hoist equipment, carry equipment, use a sledgehammer to move a Kaiser sled, and finish off by dragging a 165-pound victim. The course is a taxing and realistic measure of a recruit's physical ability on the fire ground. After these 4 physically demanding tests, the recipient of the Marty Hauer Physical Fitness Award is Matt Bean, Mountain View Fire and Rescue. Recruit Class 10 also excelled academically. They were challenged with several Academy written exams and state certification exams. The Academy written exams consisted of more than 1,300 questions, with most of the preparation for these exams being done after normal work hours, late at night, early in the morning, and on the weekends. Every recruit in Class 10 passed their IFSAC certification exams, as well as their IAFF hazmat exams. Class 10's valedictorian finished with a final average of 96.65% on Academy written exams. Class 10's valedictorian is Sky Blake from North Shore Fire Department. The next award for the evening is a very special award. It is the Top Rung Award. The Top Rung Award is the only award voted on by the recruits in the Recruit Academy. It identifies the recruit that the rest of the class would most want to work with day in and day out in their own organization and on their crew. The recipient of the Top Rung Award for Recruit Class 10 is Matt Bean, Mountain View Fire and Rescue. Our final awards of the evening are the Chiefs Company Awards. The Chiefs Company Award is voted on by the Academy lead instructors. The Academy instructors selected 5 recruits who demonstrated excellence in the 4 pillars of the SKC FTC Recruit Academy: attitude, effort, performance, and teamwork. Each day, these recruits selected excelled in all aspects of the Academy. The Chiefs Company Award winners, the first award, Victoria Conover, Woodinville Fire and Rescue. The next member of Class 10, Chiefs Company, Amanda Weed, South King Fire and Rescue. The next award winner for Recruit Class 10, Chiefs Company, Kent Park, North Shore Fire Department. The next award winner for Recruit Class 10, Chiefs Company, Adam Gargus, Woodinville Fire and Rescue. The final member of Recruit Class 10, Chiefs Company, Cole Manahan, King County Fire District Number 2. Recruit Class 10, Chiefs Company. Congratulations to all of Class 10. Thank you for your hard work. Your recruit instructors are very proud of you. Best of luck for long and healthy careers.
Chief Burke, would you come now for special recognition?
I warn these gentlemen. One of the best parts of my job is I get to work with the very best in the fire service. And they're sitting right in this row over here. Unfortunately, they end their time with the consortium and they go back to their companies. And I was talking with a number of them this evening, and they shared how much they learned here. They are going to keep all of these young men and women that are going to go out and serve our community safer. What a gift. What an incredible gift. But we're going to say thank you to a couple of these gentlemen this evening. But what I want to do first is none of us are successful without the support of our families. And Captain Jason Herman's significant other, Miss Mimi, is with us tonight. So thank you for being patient and allowing him to work way too many hours in a very short period of time. So thank you. Captain Herman started his time with the consortium in the fall of 2016. He was assigned originally to the technical rescue discipline. For several years, he played a pivotal role in developing the technical rescue training so that it met the job performance requirements as identified by the NFPA. A standard that keeps us all safer. His positive attitude and willingness to reach across the aisle was instrumental in developing and accomplishing the first King County Technical Rescue Academy. It starts again next month. He was part of that foundation. He believed in the vision of teamwork and collaboration to make the academy a success. Jason believed in the mission of the South King County Fire Training Consortium as he volunteered to stay an additional year and became an integral part of the Recruit Academy. He has poured his heart and soul into shaping the next generation of firefighters. The physical and mental demands of an academy instructor are great, and Jason never wavered in his dedication to making recruits not good, but great. Jason expects the same of himself and is an exceptional example to the recruits. I've seen it, he does smile. His passion to making sure the recruits were successful ensured that several recruits were able to complete the academy and become probationary firefighters. Jason has been able to demonstrate to the recruits that the only limits that they have are the ones that they put on themselves. Jason has also been instrumental in mentoring fellow training officers. His experiences and ability to share his knowledge, his skills, and ability have left a lasting impression on the entire consortium. He will leave the consortium better than when he found it, and the future of the fire service is brighter, sharper, and better trained because of the dedication of his dedication and contributions. Captain Jason Herman. This next one's a little tougher. Get those good-looking guys in there. Get those photos. I'm going to ask you gentlemen, just come on up, all of you, come on up here and join me. Come on. Just come on back up. So this next one, like I said, is a little tougher. This is a tribute to District Chief Rick Cox, who's joined here this evening by his lovely wife, Jennifer. Again, thank you for sharing him with us for so long. Creating a solid foundation for the future of the fire service is one of the most critical roles any chief officer can fulfill in their individual agency. When that foundation supports an entire region, the lasting impact is to be recognized. Battalion Chief, District Chief Rick Cox has served with Puget Sound Regional Fire Authority since February of 1990. In his many roles, which have included firefighter, truck captain, currently serving as district chief with with Puget Sound, Chief Cox has exemplified himself as a professional, always in search of safety and effectiveness of those he serves beside. Subject matter expert, or SME, we love acronyms in the fire service, does not capture the impact District Chief Cox has had within the King County region, an entire region. Recruit Academy oversight and development, Truck Academy development instruction, Blue Card Incident Command instructor, even on Fridays in a Hawaiian shirt, and mentor, special operations development, and review, just capture just a few of the areas District Chief Cox has impacted that will carry forward on the betterment of this profession. 8 academies, 8, of recruit firefighters totaling over 200 will forever carry forward in service to their individual communities the lessons, skills, and techniques developed and perfected by District Chief Cox. Hundreds of company officers operate daily in an incredibly difficult and dangerous environments, utilizing an incident command and communication model that maintains control, accountability, and situational awareness for every member on a very chaotic fire ground. Words mean something is a phrase District Chief Cox utilizes throughout his training, because words utilized in an emergency scenario really do mean something, and that something is action. These words tell us what you need. We'll send it. They tell us the conditions so the next command supports your safety. Tells us what your actions are so we can evaluate your progress, and tell us when you need help so that we know exactly where you are and exactly what you need so that we can bring you home safely. Words do have a meaning, and the words spoken by District Chief Rick Cox are those of a consummate professional. Know your craft, be good at it, and always look to improve. True leaders exemplify these words. Rick Cox is one of our finest leaders. Rick, it's been a privilege to serve beside you. Congratulations on your new assignment, and we will forever be in your debt. Thank you. Thank you, folks.
Well, recruits, it's time to receive your certificates and to have your badges pinned. Folks, family members, remember if you'd like to get a picture of the badge being pinned on your recruit firefighter, don't be shy. Come on up. When their name is called, the person who's pinning the badge, come up. And if you want to get some pictures of that, if you're family of that firefighter, please come up and get a quick picture of the badge being pinned. I'd like to invite District Chief Rick Cox to the stage now for the badge pinning ceremony.
Thank you, Chief Burke, for the kind words. It's been an honor and privilege to work at the Consortium and have interactions with the recruits over those past 8 academies. Thank you. Now it's for you guys. The firefighter badge is rich with symbolism. Some badges have a red cross, and some are in the shape of the Maltese cross. These two symbols not only stand for loyalty, but the cross also signifies our mission to assist people in times of trouble. The shield that was once used to protect an individual in battle now symbolizes the responsibility to place ourselves between an emerging disaster and our citizens in order to save lives and property. It is also emblazoned with symbols such as axes, nozzles, ladders, and other devices of the fire service. These symbols are arranged in a scramble, which represents that these firefighters have earned the privilege of wearing them through their performance at the Fire Academy. Most badges have a continuous circle that resembles an unbroken rope or chain. This illustrates dedication and commitment to duty. To the individual firefighter, the badge identifies the first significant achievement of their career. To the fire department, the badge identifies the firefighter as one of their own. To the citizen in need, the badge is a symbol that the person wearing it is someone they may turn to for assistance. The badge must be earned before it is worn. It is worn always with humility for the opportunity to serve, with respect for the job, and with professionalism that the community deserves. We will now present Recruit Academy number 10 with their firefighter badge. Cole Manahan will be pinned by his fiancée, Angelina Seamatter. Root. Go hand her your certificate too. I guess we'll have to practice longer next time. Stephen Root will be pinned by his wife, Kathleen. Chief Mars, I present to you the probationary firefighters for King County Fire District Number 2. Brad Wake will be pinned by his wife, Catherine. Matt Bean will be pinned by his wife, Avery. Chief Smith, I present to you the probationary firefighters for Mountain View Fire and Rescue. Sky Blake will be pinned by his wife, Heidi. Ricky Krager-Zier will be pinned by her partner, Mark Bates. John Crone will be pinned by his father, Bruce. Kent Park will be pinned by his father, Scott. Ethan Sharp will be pinned by his wife, Jolynn. Jeremy Taiwo will be pinned by his fiancee, Christina Osinski. Chief Ahern, I present to you the probationary firefighters for the North Shore Fire Department. John Batham will be pinned by Jason Herman. Avery Darlene will be pinned by her father, Chris. Chief Kraus, I present to you the probationary firefighters for the Port of Seattle Fire Department. Tyler Hansen will be pinned by his partner, Carly Morrison. James Hayes will be pinned by his fiancee, Kate Northey. Gary Merrill will be pinned by his father, Rich. Joseph Walker will be pinned by his partner, Christina Aga. Chief Morris, I present to you the probationary firefighters for the Puget Sound Regional Fire Authority. Amanda Weed will be pinned by her children Coda and Paxton. Chief Pennington, I present to you your probationary firefighter for South King Fire and Rescue. Makani Kemek Kalavahea will be pinned by his wife, Brianna. Victoria Conover will be pinned by her mother, Amy Conover. Adam Gargas will be pinned by his fiancee, Jessie Trop. Jessica Campbell will be pinned by her mother, Emma Cotton. Ilya Potapenko will be pinned by his sons Ivan and Dennis. Chief Ahern, I present to you the probationary firefighters for Woodinville Fire and Rescue.
Ladies and gentlemen, Class 10, let's give them a huge round of applause. There's one more fire service tradition that's very important to us in the fire service that we want to participate in tonight, so you can go ahead and be seated. The fire service bell is an important part of our history and our tradition. This bell is rung oftentimes in firefighter funerals, mourning the loss of a fallen firefighter. But it is so much more than that, because the bell signifies beginnings and endings. And tonight the bell is going to ring in the celebratory rings, signifying the end of the academy and the beginning of new careers. At the completion of a call back before Chief Pennington, you were a chief, or even a firefighter. That was, like I said, a long time ago, but this was even farther back. It was the bell that summoned these firefighters to calls. It would ring and they would go to the next emergency, and then the bell would ring signaling the end of that emergency. Beginnings and endings. The fire service today, that bell is used in ceremonies, honoring the traditions of our past. Tonight, the fire bell will be rung in honor of South King County Fire Training Consortium Recruit Academy Class number 10. 3 rings to symbol the completion of the Fire Academy. 3 rings to signal the start of the new career for these 22 probationary firefighters, no longer recruits. Class, congratulations on the completion of a successful academy and the start of your new careers. You are now ready to respond. Honor Guard, please ring the bell. One more round of applause for class number 10. Chief Burke, if you'd come for closing comments.
Things we forget, things we've grown used to. I have one last ask for your class. Reach. Don't ever stop reaching. Reach out to the communities that we serve. Reach out to your fellow man, not based on gender or race or any of those other things that we shouldn't see. Reach out because we should. That's the great part of the fire service, is we can be an example for what we should all be. The ability to reach out and help those that are down, that are having something happen in their life that's overwhelming them at that moment, and they've called 911. We walk into their home, we show up ready to go to work. We never judge. We're there to reach out and help. You're well trained. You have a great base. Keep learning, but don't ever stop reaching. Thanks again to the families that are here this evening that have supported our recruits and our training officers through all of the last number of weeks, and will continue to support them in the future. We cannot do it without our families, and I just want to say thank you. Thanks for coming this evening. Thanks again to the church. Have a great evening.
Well, just a couple things before we dismiss our graduation ceremony tonight. First of all, thank you very much for coming and attending. It's been a little bit of a challenge with the COVID guidelines that we've had to follow. And so before we dismiss tonight, because of these COVID guidelines, we're not able to host a reception like we normally would here at the church. And so we're going to dismiss in a particular way so that we can maintain our social distancing guidelines. When we dismiss, each probationary firefighter will come down off the stage, will greet their family unit and escort that family unit out. So please be patient with us as we dismiss. Stay in your seats until your firefighter comes to retrieve you. Captain Willits and the Academy TOs are going to dismiss their class one last time, and then we will begin our dismissal procedures. So Captain Willits, the Academy training officers, please come. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This concludes the graduation ceremony for the South King County Fire Training Consortium Recruit Academy Class number 10. Thank you for being here tonight. Our recruits are going to dismiss you now. When you see your firefighter moving down from the stage, down the stairs, please stand, meet them in the aisle so that you can be dismissed. Congratulations, Class 10. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here with us tonight. All right, first two. And we can turn some music on. Next group, get ready. Next group, come up here, please. Yeah, some music.